Okay, so I'm going to use one of your stews, and I should say properly high this time. I didn't get the frame last time. So this is Sweet Love, which I know is 88 BPM because your sheet music says it is. Thank you for that. So I've altered it to 88 BPM anyway. This is your mock-up track up top. And being pedantic, I will actually clip that bit of pre-run off. Check, you're absolutely right, it is 88 BPM. So below us we have the Anita Baker original, which of course is not exactly 88 BPM. We line that up here. So there's two options. Sometimes guys can use this track to make what are called hit points, and they make a tempo track, and it basically goes and it really gets on my nerves, especially if you're working with click tracks. Because what you don't want is it going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'll show you how I guide it. I'm going to do 30 seconds of this. Basically, you've just got to be pretty fast on the mouse. So zoom it out, start cutting and start moving. If it's running right, we move on. This is obviously more important when there's something relevant. So you can do a rough guide when there's only music because it doesn't matter. But when somebody's singing or playing, because I do this for my guys that play sax and brass, for them to play to, so it needs to be tight enough if somebody's actually doing it. Then we zoom in and just line up the lumps. You, baby, stay with me and you will see. Yes, it does give you repetitive stress syndrome in your wrist. And basically, by the time you've done it all, I'll do this as an undo. Yep, that's what you end up with. You end up with the original track that looks like that, literally just full of cuts. And I grab it all, hit X, which crossfades everything, makes it all smooth, and basically then you have a track that runs concurrently with the original. And that's the kind of thing I actually send to my brass players or my singers or anybody doing anything remotely. Just play your parts to that, and it drops straight in over that fixed BPM. Sometimes if it is a really obvious track that starts at different, I will create a tempo track, not from hit points. I will manually create a tempo track that tracks it while still cutting and moving to keep the tempo changes about as minimal as I can get away with, so everything's smooth, and particularly trying to get things in the same tempo where there's a cut and paste issue, like with backing vocals for a chorus. So if I don't want one chorus at 103, another chorus at 104, I'd rather all the choruses were the same. So I'll try and get it like that. But sometimes you just have to, give up and actually create a crazy tempo track that wanders all over the place. But that's the basic way I do it, and the basic way that most guys do it at karaoke, where we nearly always try and keep everything fixed beats per minute. The other thing to always check, of course, is when you play the original, is that it's not in the cracks, because if it is, you're actually better off speeding it up or slowing it down, or tuning it up, tuning it down, to make sure it's in concert pitch first before you do any of that. Again, especially if I'm sending to, say, a sax player or a trumpet player, because their ears will dial into the pitch they're hearing. If it's not in concert pitch, then I end up in a world of trouble when I come to put them on the actual karaoke track, which of course we always do in concert. We don't ever copy it being plus or minus, 50 cents or something. So there you go. Hope that helps. Catch you later. Cheers.